Hey guys, I just got back from Muay Thai, and I didn't have an epiphany, but let me put a hat on. I didn't have an epiphany, but I had a thought while I was finally gave myself some time away from working. I just had a thought. What could I do to make my life easier, but still maintain the same level of productivity that I have? I'm gonna clean my place while I do this, but basically, I'm gonna talk to myself right now about how I can make my life easier and free up more time during my day to focus on the things that actually require me and not just tedious actions that I perform every day. So yeah, I want to put a hat on, but I kind of like how my hair looks right now. But it's just because I'm a sweaty guy. I'll put a hat on. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna be walking around my place. My place is kind of a mess right now. So I'm just gonna be cleaning it and just talking. So okay, all right, Carrington. Let me put my hat on first, so I don't have to. So okay, just give me a second. Okay. So Da-na-na-na-na. Okay. All right, this is my hat. All right, so Carrington, what is up, dude? Dude, nothing. I just got back from Muay Thai. I had an epiphany today. Like, what if I just made my life easier? And I don't know, because I was really inspired from that book, that Naval book. And he was talking about, freeing up your time and how, like, rest is also work because that's where your best ideas come from. And I think I really resonated with that just because, one, I understand, like, you need to put in work, but also when you're working so much, you can, limit what your brain just produces from a creativity standpoint. And I do notice myself being more concerned with getting my daily actions done rather than, being available to have a beautiful, great idea. I'm already, I am always open to having those ideas, but I think that giving my brain less space to actually do that is something that I need to is something that I want to figure out. So basically, long story short, Carrington, I want to figure out how I can free up more time during my day to do more things that I want to do. Okay, dude. Well, it sounds like you're getting a lot from that Naval book. Maybe that's worth reading and rereading again, after you're done with it, since you're getting a lot from it. But I'm glad that you're starting to value your time pretty heavily. I don't think, honestly, where you're putting your time into, could right now, like, you're doing the best things for your time if you were to be spending it on anything, because spending your time working towards your goals, spending your time working towards your goals is honestly the best thing you could be doing with your time right now, because it's all serving kind of like your end goal, your highest purpose of just growing on social media and doing your businesses. And like, that's what you're putting your energy into. You're not smoking weed. You're not, doing chores for somebody. You're not doing any tedious, dumb things. You're literally just putting your time into that stuff. But okay, so right off the top of your head, Carrington, what are some of the most time consuming, or what is your day consisting of right now? Mm. Um, well, Carrington, my day right now is honestly, like, my schedule is still free and open and chill. It's not super structured. I'm not super worried about the structure, because honestly, it's been more about just getting the work done than like, oh, this is my schedule and blah blah blah. Like, I'm kind of past that point of self improvement where I think I need to wake up at 7 every day to like get shit done, because I get shit done, period, and that's not a worry anymore. So I do feel good about that, and Carrington, I'm actually really proud of you for that, because you've definitely been at that place for a while where it's been like, you think you need to do everything but work. You think you need to like journal and meditate and wake up at 7 and blah blah blah. But really, all you need to do is just start fucking posting on here and go get a screen printer and start doing t-shirt, blah, 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 blah. So I think you're doing a good job with that, honestly. But now I understand what you're saying to where like you're doing good, you're putting the work in, but like now the same question, that you always end up asking yourself, Carrington, how can I optimize this? And by the way, I'm not making fun of you, Carrington, because I think it is smart to optimize because I mean, your time's going somewhere. Let's get the most out of it. So, okay. Well, what's taking a lot of your time, Carrington? Well, let me think. Let me think. Um, what takes a lot of my time is honestly posting all my videos on different platforms. That takes up the most of my time. All right, and what platforms is that? Well, I post on TikTok. Posting on TikTok, I don't consider to be work even a little bit because I think it's so fun. But I'm posting on TikTok throughout the day, spacing it an hour apart. I'm not posting on the spam accounts as much as I should. I probably should do that, but that's not really a huge priority. I think it's better to build, the one big house rather than start building little apartment buildings. So that's my analogy for like having a big thing to work out to scale even more, or like starting more shit. Like, let's just do the thing that you're doing good. So yeah, that I put my energy into that, and then I also put my energy into posting on Reels and posting on Instagram every day for my other accounts. So posting on that is pretty much consists of posting on Reels and shit pretty much consists of me posting on my main account and then me posting something for my clothing brand on the Swag Nightmare page. And then what else takes my time is posting on another thing with my clips. And then it goes to YouTube. I have that automated. So YouTube is on lock. I have my YouTube videos always, scheduled in advance. Like right now I'm doing really good. I think I have videos up until Saturday. I have a video every Saturday that I made today. I made like 5 videos, including another video that I posted twice today. But I like that reading idea, Carrington. That's a good idea to get content out of that. And I think that you should continue doing that. I think you should honestly do that again today. I think you should do that again today and then post twice tomorrow. So I think that's a good idea. Okay, so first thing we're getting out of this is I like those reading videos because I think people, it goes in with mirroring. People just want to like, if you want to study, you want your friend to study. But, I know a lot of people want to read, and I've been reading a lot, and I'm really enjoying it. So I might as well just set the camera up and read and blah, blah, blah. Now, I do feel a little bit like it definitely doesn't take zero energy to do that. Like, it definitely, I genuinely, it does hinder the experience, maybe like 2%. But honestly, I know a lot of people can get a lot of stuff out of it. And honestly, it's good for me to just continue getting comfortable in front of the camera. So I'm actually cool with that, Carrington. I actually like that. I do think that's a good use of your time. And yeah. Okay, so you like the reading idea. Do you want to write it down? Yeah, I actually would like to write it down. So give me a second. All right, I'll give you a second. So. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's a good way to get more content. But Carrington, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about getting more content. I know, but like if I'm, this all pertains to working, and like there are so many avenues to improve being a content creator, like so many areas to get content out of, because like my job is basically to throw my face on the internet as much as possible. Reading with me, YouTube videos, find best title for. Okay, so that's taking your time. What else is taking your time, dude? Really just posting on Instagram Reels and posting on YouTube Shorts. Those take a lot of time. And I haven't been posting on Twitter and Pinterest and LinkedIn that much. I'm honestly just, and Threads and Lemonade, I'm just not that into it. I just, you know what? I mean, it might sound a little bit pretentious. Actually, no, I don't think it sounds pretentious. But it's just really not that enticing for me to go and post on, Lemonade Um, because I don't. Well, one, I'm not really sold that Lemonade is like a big app at all, and then maybe that will change in the future. Maybe people will start fucking with it, blah blah blah. But I'm just not that sold on it. And then same with the other platforms. I'm just kind of whatever about posting on like other platforms. Like I know I can blow up on Twitter and blah 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 and all these things, but like, what what do I actually want out of it? Because I don't really know what I want out of like blowing up on Twitter and blowing up on Pinterest. I really just want it to filter back to my Instagram and TikTok because like kind of that's where the money's made. Now Snapchat is something that I should hustle more, honestly, because Snapchat is another great way to make money. But the thing with Snapchat is that kind of takes a lot of time. So I guess so, Carrington, you want to make your life easier right now, and like that's great, but you also need to figure out what you want to do, because it sounds like you're optimizing for things, but you're not really establishing direct priorities that what should be important. Because it sounds like some things are more important than others, like with your current mindset, and I think that it's worth identifying what is more important than others. So like you figure out where you put your time. You know what? I think you're right. There's a great quote that Naval put in his book about like what you do with your time. Let me find it. Uh, Prioritize and focus. Let's see what's up. Okay, let's see what's up with that chapter. Okay. Uh, we waste our time with short-term thinking and busy work. Warren Buffett spends a year deciding and a day acting. That act lasts decades. Just from being marginally better, like running a quarter mile like running a quarter mile a fraction of a second faster, some people get paid a lot more, orders of magnitude more. Leverage magnifies those differences even more. Being at the extreme in your art is very important in the age of leverage. I'm going to write that down. What does he say? Being at the extreme in your art. Being at being at the extreme in your art. I've encouraged. Now I'm going to keep reading. It says prioritize and focus. I've encountered plenty of bad luck along the way. The first little fortune I made, I instantly lost in the stock market. The second little fortune I made, or should have made, I basically got cheated out of by my business partners. It's only the third time around that has been a charm. Even then, it has been a slow and steady struggle. He's talking about wealth building. I haven't made money in my life in one giant payout. It has always been a whole bunch of small things piling up. It's more about consistently creating wealth by creating businesses, creating opportunities, and creating investments. It hasn't been a giant one off thing. My personal wealth has not been generated by one big year. It just stacks up a little bit, a few chips at a time. More options, more businesses, more investments, more things I can do. Thanks to the internet, opportunities are massively abundant. In fact, I have too many ways to make money. I don't have enough time. I literally have opportunities pouring out of my ears and I keep running out of time. There are so many ways to create wealth, to create products, to create businesses, and to get paid by society as a byproduct. I just can't handle them. Value your time at an hourly rate and ruthlessly spend to save time at that rate. You will never be worth more than you think you're worth. I read this. Let me read that again. Value your time at an hourly rate and ruthlessly spend money to save that time at that rate. You will never be worth more than you think you're worth. Wow. I read that and I thought $5,000 an hour. That's worth my time. That's right now. That's worth my time. It will be way more, but that's my time right now. Then says, no one is going to value you more than you value yourself. You just have to set a very high personal hourly rate and you have to stick to it. Even when I was young, I just decided I was worth a lot more than the market thought I was worth. and I started treating myself that way. Always factor your time into every decision. How much time does it take? It's going to take you an hour to get across town to get something. If you value yourself at $100 an hour, that's basically throwing $100 out of your pocket. Are you going to do that? Uh, and it says, and it says, another way of thinking about something is, if you can outsource something or not do something for less than your hourly rate, outsource it or don't do it. If you can hire someone to do it for less than your hourly rate, hire them. That even includes things like cooking. You may want to eat your healthy home-cooked meals, but if you can outsource it, do that instead. Set a very high hourly rate aspirational rate for yourself and stick to it. It should feel absurdly high. If it doesn't, it's not high enough. Whatever you picked, my advice for you would be to raise it. Like I said, for myself, even before I had money, for the longest time I used 5,000 an hour. And if you extrapolate that into what it looks like as an annual salary, it's multiple $1 million a year. All right. Now, let me think on that for a moment. As I was reading that, I realized that I'm currently not focusing on things as much as I should be. Because right now, this conversation I want to have with myself, it's important enough for me to take it really seriously. And if I want to take it really seriously, I shouldn't be running around cleaning my room. So I'm going to sit on my beanbag and we're going to keep talking. I'm pivoting. I'm not married to any ideas. I'm pivoting. Okay. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Let's be better than good. Let's be great. All right. So, Carrington, you've kind of lost my train of thought here, but what actually are you thinking right now? Well, I'm just kind of putting my time into things that, like, what is high priority in your life, Carrington? What's high priority? What is directly impacting your businesses every single day? Um, okay, so um, YouTube is a high priority, and so is TikTok. So are your businesses. Okay, but what is your businesses? What do you mean businesses? Because you don't really have a business you work on every day, Carrington. Um, I just wanted to get defensive to myself and be like, YouTube and TikTok are a business. Shut the fuck up, okay? I do make money from TikTok, but shut the fuck up. No, what is your legit business? Seriously, Carrington. Um, oh, also clothing brand. Well, that also counts. My clothing brand. Okay, what are you doing every day to make that better? Well, okay, whatever. Okay, those are high priority. And also working out, like staying in shape. Staying in shape. Those are all high priority things in my life, right? Do you have anything else that's high priority? I mean, you read every day, but no one has to tell you to read. No one has to tell you to post on TikTok. So, what is low? What is, Carrington? Okay, what's something you do every day that's a low priority? What is actually like not a priority that you do every day that you're letting take time out of your day? Um, uh, Low priority. That would be posting on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. Posting on Twitter is low priority. What else? Posting on Threads. Posting on Pinterest. Okay, what else? Mm, uh, posting on my clothing brand account isn't really a huge priority. Is it or is it not? Well, no, I don't have to, but it's worth being active on it because that's easy. All right, we'll give it a pass. All right, Carrington, how can you make your life easier? Right? Oh my God, sorry if you couldn't hear that. How can you make your life easier? Well, I don't necessarily live a stressed out life, but I could outsource the posting. But it doesn't take that much time to post. That's the thing. So why are you having this conversation? Carrington, in a perfect world, what is happening? What's happening in a perfect world with everything you're doing right now? Well, in a perfect world, I have somebody posting on all the social medias I don't want to, and I have somebody doing all the clothing brand stuff for me. I'm saying, hey, I want this, and this person's figuring it out for me. Okay, but why aren't so if you want somebody to post all this shit for you, why aren't you just hiring someone to do that if it's that much of a big deal to you? I don't know who I can trust with my passwords, and it's kind of like a pain in the ass. What's a pain in the ass? Well, nothing. Just finding somebody that I can trust that can give my passwords to and to do that every day. Like, it's not hard work, but I just feel like I'm going to have to pay somebody too much money to do that for me daily when it's something that I can do for 20 minutes of my time, 30 minutes of my time to do everything. You know, it only takes 30 minutes, but I just don't want to do it. Um, okay, so let me write that down. You want somebody to pay, you want to pay someone to post for you all the time. So that way you can wake up, post your TikToks, and kind of do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's the biggest thing in my life. So you want to figure this out, Carrington? How can we do this? Can we automate posting? Can you put in a lot of time at once to do that? I would just like to hire somebody though. What if you hired one of your family members? Yeah, I could do that. What do you want, Carrington? Carrington, are you just being lazy? You could do all this work. Yeah, I could do it all, but I could have someone else do it because it's monotonous as fuck, and it would free up my brain energy for other shit. Fair enough, I would do that, but you could do it yourself. Yeah, I could. I just kind of need to make. I guess if I made more of a structure and just like sat down and then I could do it. Carrington, if you're saying that, that means that you think that you have a limited brain, that you have limited brain capacity to do that. Like you can't handle that. Yeah, I can fucking handle that. That's not hard for me. It's not. Kind of like it's kind of annoying to do, and I hate when I'm not consistent with it, and it discourages me. But like, okay, Carrington, here's a better idea. Do you think you could post once a day on all those apps? Yeah, for sure. Post once a day. Twitter, Threads, Pinterest, Lemonade. Um, yeah, I mean that's pretty easy, dude. You could totally do that. Okay. All right, so let's get back to it. So, how can you make your life easier? Well, that does help a lot. See, I think something that was really stressing me out was just like the sheer amount of just posting on these platforms because I'm not really receiving the return on investment and like I don't even know what the return on investment really is. I think that am I getting scared of like having too much like online following, like, because I don't really want. I like the amount that I'm at right now. I don't want to be any more like famous. I don't like being like a million on a TikTok is fine. Everything else is like this is fine. I don't need to be any bigger than I am right now. Are you saying that to like be humble and cute, or do you really think that? No, I do think that. I was talking about that with Arrington. Okay, so what do you want, Carrington? I don't know, dude. I think I just am valuing entrepreneurship a lot more these days. So it's making social media feel kind of not futile, but it's making certain aspects of social media that are only supporting the number of growing number of followers I have seem like kind of like bleh. Like my time is better off being spent doing my clothing brand than it is like doing whatever. I don't know. Okay. Why are you so set on a clothing brand? Well, I know I can turn that into a business, and I also know that you are wearing clothes and everything. You might as well wear your fucking brand. Yeah, that's true. Fair enough. Hmm. So focus on your business more. Carrington, I feel like you've been talking about your whole clothing brand thing and a lot of things. No, dude, but I've been doing it, dude. I'm getting my screen print tomorrow for one of the tees finally, and I've been making. Well, I haven't been able to post it, dude, but I've been. My clothes are being used in this by this PR firm, and they've actually done a couple photo shoots for a magazine in it. So like that stuff is happening with it. Not in the monetization aspect, but like in terms of like growing that shit, like that shit's moving. All right, well that's cool, but okay, that's cool. I mean, that's good. Um, so yeah, you could turn that into a business, and then, but you got to build it up, and then once you build it up, you can kind of bring somebody in to do that. I mean, that will turn into a pretty passive income stream if you have somebody doing all that for you. Like, yeah, do you think you should invest in a website, Carrington? I know how to make my website, but it might be worth having somebody to make a good website. Yeah. Carrington, also people are asking you about how you make your teeth white. What if you just white labeled some teeth whitener? I could do that. That's a good idea. But Carrington, you keep having all these like great entrepreneurial ideas, but it sounds like you're just focusing on the clothing brand one because you have momentum for that, and also like why are you trying to diversify so much? Like, how about you just do one thing right and put all your energy into that and then move to the next? Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Should make those skull caps, bro. Yeah, maybe I'll do that right now. Carrington, I guess that you've kind of determined that your priorities are posting on YouTube, posting on TikTok, your clothing brand stuff, and monetizing from those things. And once you set those up, like that will be like you just need to do it one way first time to do it right because like doing your one of ones was kind of like beta testing it. It was kind of like okay, I know how to sell something, I can sell something, but now it's like do it a legit way. And then once you do it the legit way once, you can just do it. You can just rinse and repeat and just keep expanding your brand and make your sweatsuits and tracksuits and shirts and socks and all this stuff because you're wearing the fucking clothes. I think that should be your focus. You're wearing the clothes. Why don't you get a bunch of samples for shit right now? Why don't you just do all that? Why don't you get the socks? Why don't you get the Why don't you get the underwear? Why don't you get the sweatsuits? Why don't you just get it all? Dude, honestly, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, so what are you saying? I don't know. I just like you have the shirts, but you want to do other stuff. Why are you waiting to do all of it? Like, you have the money now. Why don't you just get samples and start getting it cracking, and then like you could figure that out stuff out later. But like once you have the product, I mean, you can just make it available. Like you know how to do that. Okay, that's honestly a good idea right now. You think I should just go balls deep into the clothing brand stuff right now? Because the social media, the content is just kind of like, I mean, dude, it's light work for you. Like, you have fun doing it. That shouldn't even be considered work. Like, what you were saying about reading, like, social media isn't fucking work for you, dude. The second you make it work, it starts becoming work. It's not fucking work. It's not work for you. No, it's honestly not work. I like doing this shit. This is fun. I'm doing this right now, but after I'm done doing this, I'm gonna take a shower and record myself again reading. That'll be like 7 YouTube videos today. Yeah, dude, you have fun with this shit. Dude, I do have fun with this shit. It's a matter of time thing too. Like, just keep posting. You'll blow up on YouTube, bro. Facilitate that revenue stream as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess I've just been wanting it all now. You have been wanting it all now, but I mean, you need to focus on making the product good. Like the quality needs to be good. Yeah, I mean, I'm giving, the product I put out there is the product I put out there, but I mean, once I start thinking it's work, it just kind of if I start thinking that, it would just kind of lose its fun, and I do it because it's fun, and I like that it's fun. I want it to be fun forever, and it will be fun forever. Okay, well, now you're just kind of convincing yourself, but no, I do believe that though. But like, yeah, I am like saying that to validate myself in the conversation because I don't like to have that kind of poison in my brain of like putting negative thoughts in there because I do truly think that. Okay, so Carrington, basically what you're saying right now is just do your brand. Mr. Beast does it. Why can't you do it? You're right, I can do it. And I don't the thing is that I don't even need to sell it to like an audience or anything. Like I could just run ads for it. Yeah, but you have the leverage. So it really works out perfectly for you, dude. Why don't you just build that leverage on it? Like it's not worth building another it's not worth like starting a whole like trying to get Twitter famous now and all that stuff. Like all that is just literally numbers. Like yeah, I'll have that, but numbers don't mean anything if you can't get what you want out of it. So if you have this vision for a clothing brand, like you need to start that vision, and blowing up on Pinterest isn't going to help you do that. Blowing up on Pinterest isn't even going to help your monetary goals. Well, no, it does help that kind. Oh, wait. It does help that, though. Pinterest monetize? Oh, and also Snapchat. Okay, but you're not interested in those. No, I'm not. I want someone to record me on Snapchat every day. I don't want to do it myself. It's kind of a waste of my time, and it makes me addicted to my phone. I'd rather just pay somebody to do that for me on Snapchat every single day. Ah, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. So what, Carrington? What do you want? Dude, I think you just answered it. I think just make your freaking clothing brand like expand even more. Okay, so you want to make your socks? You want to make your sweatsuit? Okay. Oh, and your hat. Okay. All right, dude. Well, I guess that's that. I guess you should just start doing that. I think you should just make the mock-up for your beanie and go. And then you have the supplier. The guy told you the supplier, so just freaking do that, bro, and make it happen, man. Yeah. So what are you waiting for? I'm just kind of tired, honestly. I worked out a lot today. Okay, what do you have tomorrow? I mean, can you take some coffee and go crazy tonight and do all this shit? I totally can do that. Tomorrow I just have my fitting, and then I have to do that self-tape, and then get a manicure and a haircut. Okay, it doesn't sound like you're putting that much time into tomorrow. You'll probably be done with the fitting in like a couple hours, and then you can just go right to get a haircut and get a manicure. Yeah, I know, I can. Okay, so it's you're doing your thing, just okay, all right. Yeah, you're doing a good job, bro. Okay. Maybe, dude, maybe how about this? Make a mock-up, then you can read. Make one mock-up. Make your beanie mock-up. That's what you're thinking about. That's what you want to do. Let's do that, and then you can read. All right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. All right. All right. Ugh, the phone is so far away. Ugh. This is cool, though, guys. You see how I talk to myself? You see the conclusions I come to? Now, I know I look like I'm a crazy person, and I am a crazy person. But sometimes the best person to ask advice from is yourself, because I'm going to go on a limb here and say you don't lie to yourself. You might. I don't. Don't lie to yourself. Keep it real. Even when I say, like, even I catch myself being defensive. Why? Oh, because blah, blah, blah. Don't lie to yourself. All right. Well, what a silly video, dude. I'm honestly insane. I love you guys. You guys are the bomb. Later. Make it happen. And for everyone getting on my ass, it's all happening in the background. Don't worry about me.